local people, local news and events, local sports, local matters. For all things Lloydminster area, this is Live with Kurt Price.
Hey, welcome inside the new Lloydminster Nissan, and happy St. Paddy's Day today. Here at the new Lloydminster Nissan, the 2025 models have arrived, and they look absolutely fantastic. The inventory on the lot is huge. We're packed. We've got great selection, and you're going to love the 2025 Muranos. If you haven't seen them yet, come take a look, because the exteriors just pop. And if you think the exteriors are nice, you want to have a look inside. And speaking of inside, the new 2025 Armadas have a lot more room, if you can believe it. So come check out the 2025 Armadas and the Armada Pro 4Xs, and we have a 2025 Kicks behind us here in the showroom. And right now at the new Lloydminster Nissan, Alberta and Saskatchewan safeties are only $79.99. We're excited to have Cynthia Young back on the show today, and she's got the details on this Wednesday night's community round dance. And we have Emery Marchand joining us again as well, and she's been on the program before as well, and she's going to tell us about the Spring Indigenous Makers Market, both taking place at the Lloydminster Exhibition on Wednesday. It's not just a name, it is Superior Water. Superior Water has 2 locations in Lloydminster, and they're open on Saturdays and Sundays to make filling your big blue jugs a whole lot quicker and a whole lot easier. And if you want great tasting water right from your tap, you can call the Superior Water team and ask about their under the sink reverse osmosis systems. 780-875-6636. I drink Superior Water because I like the taste, and I believe after all it is Superior Water. On 57th Avenue, Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 5. And of course, their coin-operated location is located by 7-Eleven, just off Highway 17 South. Well, what a great weekend. Started off was the MC on Friday night for the Oil and Gas Open Bond Spiel, and Richard Klinger was honored with the Oilman of the Year award, and that was just a fantastic night. Like, it is always a great night, and that one was just as fantastic. Really appreciated that I was asked to come out again. I haven't done that event in 3 years, I think, so it was nice to be back there. And get home that night and find out the Lakeland College women's hockey team won 7-1 in Red Deer and won the ACAC Women's Hockey Championship. So congratulations to the Rustlers women's. That was great to come home and just see on social media, and just like, it was fantastic. Won it in 4 games. Lost. The only game they lost was here in game number 1. So they really rose up the ranks quickly here when you think about how new that hockey team is. Bronze, silver, now they've won a gold. So in their short history, they have really made an impact. And then Saturday night was the Irish pub night, and thank you again to the Border City Rotary Club for putting on a great event. The band was absolutely fantastic, and the night was just a whole lot of fun. Those contests that they run are really good, in some cases like herding cats, but it's a great event. Now, last night, the Bandits won in Wainwright, so the series is 2-0 for the Bandits, and they have, every year it seems like Wainwright is the top team, and you go into Wainwright and you win 2. That is huge. So the Bandits are home to Wainwright Wednesday night, 8 p.m. for game number 3, and then game 4 is Friday night, both at the Civic Center. I believe it's 8 o'clock on Wednesday night, 7:30 on Friday night. You can purchase tickets for the games in person tomorrow from 7 to 8:30 at the Civic Center. It just makes it easier to get into the gate if you're heading to those games. The Bobcats are starting their playoff series with GP on the road. They're in Grand Prairie on Friday night and Saturday night, and games 3 and 4 are here at the Civic Center next Tuesday and Wednesday, 7 p.m. puck drop for both those games. The Bobcats coming off 2 wins in Grand Prairie to wrap up the season. I know because it's regular season doesn't mean anything, but they're headed into the AJHL quarterfinals on a bit of a roll here, so best of luck to the Lloydminster Bobcats. And the future of women's hockey is coming to Lloydminster for the 2025 SO Cup. From April 20th to 26th, watch the host Lloydminster Steelers face off against 5 regional champions from across Canada at the Centennial Civic Center. Full event ticket packages are on sale now, starting at $90. Visit hockeycanada.ca/SO Cup to get your tickets and be there when Canada's women's under-18 club champions are crowned. Rock for a Cure is this Saturday night in the WLS Convention Center, and that's going to be a huge party with Chronic Rock taking the stage, as well as a local group called Blocks Buds. This is the 16th year for Rock for a Cure, and Brandy Schwenk and Terry Arnett, they're the organizers, and they told us they're working with the Lloydminster Regional Health Foundation this year to help all cancer patients.
What we're offering now are comfort care packages. So we're going to be helping not just breast cancer patients, but all cancer patients. Anybody as a new intake at the Lloydminster Hospital Chemo Department is going to get one of our comfort care packages.
I'm excited to be your host for that event as well. Go to ilovealbertaboobs.ca to get your tickets. The Border City Card Show is back at the Gold Horse Casino this Saturday. It runs from 11 to 4. The event features lots of vendors from all over Western Canada and a Magic the Gathering Commander tournament. Plus, former NHL players Jason Strudwick and Al Stewart will be signing autographs. And you don't have a hockey card to get them signed. Well, the good news is you can get it signed right there for a fee.
The Strudwicks, we're going to ask $10. If you have your own, you can bring that, and we'll just ask for $5. But I pre-purchased a bunch of cards on eBay, and I'm donating those. But we are charging $10 for those cards,
right?
Because that's just an official NHL card, and Strudwick's going to sign it. So $10 for those, $5 for anything else that you bring, and then for Al Stewart, $5 for those.
Admission for adults is $5, $2 for kids age 5 to 18. It's free for kids that are under 5. The third annual Lloydminster Ladies Night Out in Marwayne is next Saturday, March 29th. It features Canada's unconventional medium, Jenny Ogilvie. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, and Yolanda Oberhofer told us that you're really going to enjoy the entertainment and some great food, and there's a whole lot more.
So we do our own charcuterie spread at the event. It's become very famous. So when you come to the event, first things, there's a cash bar, and we're going to have a signature drink there, the Jenny. And you can enjoy that. There's silent auction. There's going to be a raffle just for people there that night. You can win a travel voucher and a lot of other cool swag. Tons of good silent auction items that have been donated. And then Jenny is going to be there at the beginning, at the intermission, and at the end to sign and sell her book, and you can get a chance to meet and greet with her. So she's going to be on the stage for about 2 hours total. So it's a good show.
My wife, Heather Price, will be your MC for that event on March 29th in Marwayne, and I know she's really, really looking forward to that. Cupcakes for Caregivers is presented by the Lloydminster and District United Way and Sobeys in Lloydminster. This is your chance to recognize and thank the caregivers in your life. 1 in 4 people are caregivers in some capacity, whether it's doctors, nurses, care home workers, or teachers, but it might also be a family member. Some family members don't even realize they are caregivers. They just do it completely out of love. So all you got to do is send us an email and tell us a little bit about that special caregiver. Send the email to livewithkurtprice@gmail.com. They're committed, certified, reliable, and will help you get your life back. BioClean Disaster Services is Lloydminster's local restoration company. They also happen to be Lloydminster's largest restoration company as well. At 1-833-246-8326, they'll take care of your belongings and your property, but most importantly, take care of you and your family. 1-833-246-8326. BioClean Disaster Services, they'll help you get your life back. When we come back here at the new Lloydminster Nissan, we're going to find out about Wednesday evening's round dance and the Indigenous Makers Market.
At CK McKean Roofing, they understand what it took to put that roof over your head for your family. With over 20 years of experience under their belt, they strive to show you that with their workmanship and their integrity. Not all roofing companies are created equal. And that's why CK McKean Roofing encourages you to focus on your most important investments, your home and your family. CK McKean Roofing. Roofers do it on top.
At Diamond 7 Meats, we work with local farm families to provide a high-quality product and a great selection for you. Try our mouth-watering smokies, pulled pork, roast beef, and more, made pure and natural with no additives or fillers. We offer custom processing, and our experienced team works for you to provide a selection of sausage, burgers, and jerkies made to your specifications. Take your grilling to the next level with a Yoder smoker. Complete the grilling experience with Canadian-made, award-winning line of House of Q barbecue sauces. We're locally owned and operated, and we look forward to seeing you today.
At Lloydminster and District Co-op, membership matters more. Because being part of a co-op means you're connected to something bigger than yourself. From long-held legacy by those who built our communities, to people you call family, friends, and neighbors. When you're a Lloyd Co-op member, you're an owner in a local business that prides itself on purpose alongside profit. You earn cash back, you help support causes that matter most, and you're building a better way of life for the next generation. Membership matters more.
The brand new community of Wellings, Lloydminster, lives life to the fullest. At Wellings, their mission is to enable connection, build community, and enrich the lives of their 55-plus members. Discover a new way of living and retirement and experience more freedom with every choice you make. At Wellings of Lloydminster, independence speaks for itself, and the social opportunities outside your door are endless. Visit Wellings of Lloydminster at 3211 72nd Avenue on the Alberta side and discover more at wellingsoflloydminster.com. Well, we're glad to have Cynthia back here. Cynthia Young is back on the show this morning. And Emery Marchand, we really appreciate you coming as well. We interviewed Emery at the Lakeland College Indigenous Makers Market. Oh, that must have been a few months ago here anyway. But it's great to have you guys here. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
So Wednesday is a big night. Do you want to start with the round dance?
Sure. We have our second annual round dance, and it's a combination of the Heart of Treaty 6 with all the associates and all the agencies that are part of that. So everybody's committed either donations, monetary donations, or donations for our giveaway at the round dance. And what we do is we try and make sure everybody goes home with a little something, a little gift. And it's an appreciation for coming to spend the night with us and coming to learn, because that's really what we're doing with the round dance. We want people to know what to expect if they need to go to a round dance and know what it's about. So
you were telling me that you have to get permission to do the round dance.
I chose to
I
choose to use my elders anytime I can. So if someone questions me, I have 3-4 elders behind me to say, yep, she did it this way and she did it properly with protocol and with respect for the elders. So there are some things in town we can't have that's typically at a round dance. There's usually a fire going, and there's usually a feast, and we are having a feast, but it's a little bit of a different feast because we're not going to eat till everything's gone because it's catered. So we're just going to eat till we're full, and then we're going to go on with the round dance. We start the round dance in a good way, and the pipe ceremony is going to be held right there where the round dance is being held. And yeah, we're going to start our night off right. So
explain a round dance to us.
Okay, so there's different forms. They are very fun and exciting. When you get dancing and there's just the drums are going and the essence is in the air, like when I start explaining it, I sometimes cry because it's such a good feeling and such a warm feeling. And it's so nice to see everybody participating. So our round dances are sometimes held for honoring people who've passed away. And then that's when we would light a fire. Some of them are just to welcome the seasons. They can be a variety of things. This one is, I always say, it's kind of like learning. If I was to pass away, I want everybody to know that if there's a round dance in my honor, they're going to have to come. And it's gonna, what it's gonna take, what it will break down to. First you have your feast, then you get ready and you have your dance, and everybody's welcome. Ribbon shirts and skirts are encouraged, but if you don't have one, that doesn't mean you can't come. Everybody's welcome. Everybody comes, and just has a great night. Like, so they could be for different reasons, but this one here is like for learning for people. And our community, it's very important for our community to understand our culture so that they feel comfortable with it.
Do you do some learning, like do you do some teaching at this as well?
Our MC, Jackson, will make sure he throws little bits in there too. Come and dance with us. We dance for this, and we dance for that, and remember our horses that take care of us. And he's such a good, energetic kind of guy, and he just gets everybody going. And we do different dances. Last year we wanted to have the Sweetheart Apple Dance, but what happened was the apples got handed out for like a snack for everybody. So this year we're hoping to have that, so we'll see. Like I said, it's fairly new. Last year we had 459 people join us. The floor was just vibrating and rocking, so I hope we get the same turnout this year.
So like how long do you dance? Like, do I have to be in really great shape to come dance?
No, you can sit out because there's chairs. So drummers are generally in the middle, and then the dancers surround the drummers as the drummers are singing. And then if you get tired, you can sit down and take a rest. There'll be water, tea, and coffee. And I do believe they're going to have the concession open for us. So you'll be able to buy fries and energize yourself again and dance some more. But if you can only go 1 round or 2 rounds, that's good too. People generally sit there and visit, talk to one another. It's a gathering for everybody. It's just a really good night.
Who's it for? Who can come?
Anybody can come. Anybody who wants to learn. My job on this earth right now is to inform people about the good things about my culture, and that's been driving me for 23 years here in Lloydminster. So I want everybody to learn. I want everybody to come. I want everybody who wants to experience to come and have that experience and just have that under their belt. Like, I went to a round dance, right? I know what it's about. So then if they're ever invited, or if there's ever a time they need to go, they have that knowledge. And they can share that. They can bring their children. Like, we've opened it up. It's a family. It's Wednesday night. We're hoping everybody brings their children and dance with us. And last year, like I said, I didn't realize how many people I had seen until like weeks later. And they said, "We seen you at the round dance." And I was like, okay, I believe you, because we were just so busy, and it was our first one last year, and we're learning as we go. And like I said, we're off our own homelands, so we're adapting as best we can to make sure that everybody has this experience.
Is there a cost?
No cost. No cost. Come one, come all. No cost, nothing. Yeah, come and have a good time. Come with an open mind. It'll be great.
What time does it start?
It starts at 6:30, and then we go to 9:30. Generally, dances go a little later, and they're on the weekend, but we have to work with what we have. And there's, we used the biggest room we had last year, and we maxed out at capacity. So this year we had to go to the exhibition grounds, and they have everything happening on the weekends there, so we had to choose a weekday. So with that, we're still hoping we get a good turnout, but it's been good feedback and stuff like that. So
do you need to bring anything?
No, bring yourself. Bring your some cookums bring their blankets, and they call their chairs. So, and I remember last year when it happened, I texted Mike right away a picture of the cookum, and I said, "I'm so glad they're here." Like, it was so nice, and you know that they know you're trying your best when they come and support you like that. So it was very nice.
Should you show up right at 6:30? What if you can't make it at 6:30? Can you come a little later?
It's like come and go bingo. Anytime you can come, dance, leave. Anytime you can make it. No one's gonna be there and make sure you stay for 2 dances or anything. You just come, observe, come and see what's going on.
Okay, I can see a lot of people going, "I'm not really good at dancing." What kind of dancing do I?
Oh, so it's a shuffle. And Lakeland College had just had a round dance introduction. And if you want to go take that, you can go ahead.
How
Oh, I wasn't able to make it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Lakeland College hosted learn how to round dance. And it's just like a shuffle and you move your feet very slow.
so it's not very strenuous. That's
No,
what you're
it's
saying.
not very strenuous, Kurt. You'll be okay.
Okay.
You'll be able to do a couple rounds of dancing. So, and you hold hands and you just dance and the drums are going and
Who are your drummers?
Red Tail. They're our host drummers, and then anybody who wants to drum comes. And so
What do you mean anybody? Like I could try to drum?
any drummers who want to come will bring their drums and come. My grandson went to Sweat to have permission to be able to drum. So he's going to drum. He's 5 years old. He went all 4 rounds, and it wasn't an easy Sweat, and he did it. So he's got a drum now, and he's got a little vest and a ribbon shirt, so he's going to be drumming. So anybody who's learning, anybody who's a veteran drummer, those who want to come and sing, it's a healing process for themselves too. So they're all welcome to come to that and drum. So
Is it all about healing? Like the drums particularly?
the drums in itself, they're just a healing feeling. They're just a overwhelming, peaceful feeling. So I think that's why I always say, like, healing. But drummers will drum because they love drumming and it makes them feel good. And, it's part of our culture. And we're so lucky that our culture is coming back and that it's being accepted in the way it's being. So it's nice to be able to showcase those things and show your talents and stuff like that. So I think that has a lot to do with it too. But ultimately, it's healing and dancing and so much fun. I just can't tell you how much fun we had.
Anything I'm forgetting about the?
No, we start at 6:30. It's open till 9:30. There'll be we'll be giving away things. So we have a coffee pot. We have a cast iron frying pan and a mop pail and mop. So if you need those things, you come down and throw your name in the raffle, and you might win something like that. And we have agencies all across Lloydminster have donated things. So we have shirts, frisbees, cups, all kinds of stuff. So there's lots of stuff out there for everybody.
Thank you. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to find out about the Indigenous Makers Market. Emery's going to tell us about that and how it relates to the round dance as well. So give us a couple seconds. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
How can you help support the oil and gas industry and jobs in Western Canada? The answer is closer than you think. Sell your scrap metals to PWM Steel. PWM sells scrap iron to Evraz, located in Regina. Evraz's #1 customer is the energy sector, building pipes and plates for the oil and gas industry. PWM Steel is your locally owned metal recycler and steel service center in the area. Plus, they're a strong supporter of the community. PWM Steel, your top steel supplier for Alberta and Saskatchewan for 40 years.
At Jason Arden Associates Cooperators, we're proud to be a top-rated local insurance company that offers flexible solutions and expert advice for all your insurance and investment needs. We'll work with you to tailor your insurance specific to your needs, and we offer investment advice that always puts you first. At Cooperators, one of our core values is to give back to the communities that we live in. Thanks to the support of our clients in Lloydminster and area, in 2023, Jason Arden Associates has donated $40,000 to local nonprofits, charities, students, athletes, and other special events. How does your insurance company support our community?
I'm Brian Zinchuk of PipelineOnline.ca. I used to be a pipeliner, and I've spent the last 15 years reporting on energy in Saskatchewan. PipelineOnline.ca provides comprehensive coverage of light oil, heavy oil, lithium, helium, power production including coal, wind, solar, geothermal, natural gas, and nuclear. There's a lot happening in Saskatchewan's energy sector, and Pipeline Online is there for all of it. No one else comes even close.
It's more than just taxes at LNA CPA. Assurance, accounting, retirement planning, estate planning, business consulting, financial consulting, farm program support, and bookkeeping. But yes, there is always taxes. The team at LNA CPA is committed to helping you achieve your best results and will be there to assist you every step of the way. LNA CPA, with offices in Provost, Vermilion, and Lloydminster.
Welcome back inside the new Lloyd Nissan on Highway 17 South. We've got Cynthia Young here, and we've got Emery Marchand here. She's a student at Lakeland College and involved with the Indigenous Makers Market, which is coming up on Wednesday night as well. We have talked to Emery before, so we feel lucky that she's decided to come see us again. We didn't scare her off too much the first time she was on the show at Lakeland College. So maybe just tell us what you're studying at Lakeland College.
For sure. So I'm currently a first year at Lakeland College. I'm doing their university transfer, hoping to complete my Bachelor's of Science. So I get to do 2 years here and then 2 years at the U of A.
Right.
Yeah.
2 years here and then 2 years at the U, so four
Yeah.
altogether. And how are you involved with the Indigenous Makers Market?
So I am currently on the Indigenous Student Council at Lakeland College, and so I've been working with them to help organize that. I've reached out to vendors, and yeah, so really helping with that. And then I helped organize like the arrangements because it's all in one room. And when we have 24 vendors, so we got a really, really good come out for that. And so we helped arrange them so we don't have a bunch of like people who are selling beading next to each other. So we spent a good while trying to place them. Like, okay, they're gonna sit here, and they're gonna sit there, and we'll have one over there. So yeah, that's how I kind of been working with it.
Is it in the same room as the round dance?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, okay. So there's going to be a lot going on in that room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's in the WOS.
Yes.
It's in the biggest room.
Yes.
At the
Yeah.
Lloyd Exhibition. So
Yes.
that should help. Tell us about some of these makers that are coming.
All right, so we have, so like I said, 24 vendors, and they're going to be selling lots of different things. We have people selling beading, we have people selling like traditional medicines and like oils they've made that from that, selling paintings, earrings, other jewelry, ribbon skirts, ribbon shirts, paintings and other artworks, and just all of just this art and like cultural art, and probably some beyond that, but it all just stems from our culture. And so it's there to allow people to purchase things from that and like just experience it that way, because I know now I'm not like all the like brown dances I've went to before, they don't always have like markets, but a lot of other events I've went to, like powwows and all that, the markets are always such a fun experience to go and like just look at the different art, to buy things, to get gifts. It's just lovely. So I'm very excited for having that market take place at the round dance as well.
And it runs at the same time as round dance?
Yes.
Now, do you suggest people bring cash? Like if you want to make some purchases, is a debit machine available? Like what do you suggest?
Yeah, I know some vendors will have like the squares.
Okay.
Some vendors will, but I always bring cash just in case that they don't have it, because a lot of the times those cost money for the vendors to have themselves, and so it's always good just to bring cash and be able to have that transaction that way.
Okay.
So I would definitely recommend that.
And once again, there's no fee to get into that either?
No fee at all.
Okay, what have you learned from contacting these makers and these vendors? What have you learned from just associating with these people?
I guess the biggest thing is not to get discouraged when you don't hear back from people. Because I've contacted a lot and I haven't heard a single thing. But just kind of like keeping that up, and then finding the vendors that you do find, like keeping them. From our last market, a lot of them are returning this market. And so once you find a vendor that is willing to come out and display all their things, you keep them. And you ask them to come back, and you keep asking them to come back. And that's really good because it builds up that relation, and it's building up that like communication skills and just those positive relations, having that understanding that yes, it's a like a business transaction, but especially since it has that cultural aspect, it is so important to build those relations and have those more personable and informal conversations with them, because anyone can really like just like send an email, write an invoice, but it is so much more to be able to like communicate with those people and be able to greet them at the door, show them where their table is, and like greet them by name.
How important is this to have? Is this the first one you've done off the campus?
It's the first one that I have done off the campus.
Like, Cynthia, do you know? I don't know. If
They had one last year at our
At the
event.
Round Dance?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were squished. It was beautifully done. Yeah, so they had one, and I can't remember offhand how many they had, but it was well taken, well received. People were going out with bags, and there was lots of all kinds of Indigenous makers there, so it was awesome.
I think it's important to have it off the. Do you feel like it's going to be even bigger?
Oh yeah, because especially the last one we had was inside the college in the cafeteria, especially because there was like the cafeteria was still open, so there was people coming and going, and there was classes still going on. But having it in this venue is going to be so much better because it's much bigger and it's very like it's for that. It's for that. People are coming in there expecting that, and it's a more like set experience. And so I think it's very important that we have a different venue, not necessarily that it's away from the college, but just more that that space is designated for that event.
Anything we're forgetting about the Indigenous Makers Market?
To get in to the event does not cost anyone, but we worked with the vendors and discussed a vendor fee for them to come in, and so that way any like the proceeds from that all go to our Indigenous Student Council to help fund the activities and programs that we do. A lot of the times we will serve soup and bannock just to give out to the people on the campus, so that's no cost. So that goes into funding for that as well.
And aren't you guys planning a big trip?
We are planning a big trip. We're debating some ideas of where we're wanting to go, but we're planning to do it on the Indigenous Peoples Appreciation Day. So it's going to be after the school, like our term has ended, but we're hoping to come back and just be able to hang out together and go on a nice trip, and just because we're wanting it to be a very like cultural experience trip, and where we can learn and just have that experience together, because that sense of community is so important. So that's what the proceeds are going to.
Now, it is St. Paddy's Day today. You were busy this morning. Tell us what you were doing.
I was up very early this morning, probably about 5:30, and I was making green bannock dough so that the students of St. Thomas could sample some. And I got the fire going out in the front of St. Thomas today. So for the next 3 days, we're going to be having bannock on a stick out there. And it's something we generally do with Carnival. But Carnival, I was at a language keepers conference, so I wasn't able to do it. So they brought me in on these days. So I'm going to have different colored bannock dough all week for the kids. So it'll be fun.
A lot of work.
A lot of work, but it's always worth it.
And just so you know, Cynthia's phone rang when we were on break, and she went, "I hope that's not the fire." So that's at a cool St. Thomas.
Yes.
I'm sure the kids appreciate it.
Oh, they love it. I buy bannock, I buy jam and butter and honey for them, and yeah, they just have a good time.
Well, I have two nieces to go there. I'm looking forward to hearing from them about it.
Awesome.
They know you too. They always.
They always.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Well, thank you
sure.
both. Appreciate your time.
Yes, thank you for having me.
You can join us tomorrow when we get the details on this weekend's Spring Sport and Leisure Show at the Lloyd Exhibition. That's tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. right here from the new Lloyd Nissan on Highway 17 South.